And then yours goes down. Hi, everybody. Hello and welcome to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media. I'm Mike Morales here in the heartbeat of the Southern California. And that gentleman out there is
I'm Dave Dinius, and I'm in Newport News, Virginia.
Dave and I. First of all, want to wish everybody a happy new year, even though you're probably watching us in February. Uh, yeah, we put a lot of reviews in the can, so we've already wished ourselves a happy new year, like in December, somewhere in November, somewhere like that. Anyway,
we did.
We did, yeah. But I understood now that all of January is booked with tastings because the ball is rolling. We have survived 2020, so welcome to 2021. Yep. And here's the cool part. This is actually New Year's Day that we're filming this.
It is.
And we can't think of a better brand to start off with than this has probably created more of this buzz than any other brand that's been coming out there. This is Lalo.
Lalo.
I've been
yeah.
You have been jonesing for this because
I've been waiting to try this one.
Yeah, we've been so booked that we had to cut people off or brands off, and so we decided to keep this one, start the new year right with Lalo. And this, for those of you who don't know what this is all about, very simple, very plain, very elegant.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very clean. All right. Very elegant branding. I like the logo. I like that they. Now this is how they delivered. This is how they they deliver it inside the bag, and it's probably how it's displayed. For those of you who don't know, Lalo is named. It's named. What?
Who is he?
Who is he? Okay, it's named after Don Julio's grandson.
Yep.
So he comes from good stock, just like a great agave, and it's being created a buzz in the tequila underworld because he's the first, I think, other than the Los Fernandez, which I have not had, or Tequila Gonzalez of one of those. I've not had it. I've never been able to get it, but that was probably one of the first tequilas that came out after the sale of the Don Julio brand, the complete sale to Diageo.
Okay.
But I'm the only one probably with two different batches. This one was delivered to me while we were still in San Antonio, and mistakenly, Dave didn't get one. So that's the other reason we had to hold back until either such time as I brought it here to Southern California where Alex and I could get together, which has not happened yet. Thank you. I can't get that shot fast enough. The vaccine, give us the vaccine. But anyway, I've held on to it. Now, when Lalo reached out, Lalo himself, Lalo Gonzalez, who seems to be a really nice guy.
Yeah.
I believe it was his partner that delivered this to my front door in Texas. But when he reached out, he asked me a really interesting question. He says, okay, I messed up. Let me get Dave a bottle. What was the batch number that we sent you? And so I told him it was, to give him the date on the bottom of the bottle. It's printed here. It's kind of hard to see. But so Dave and I have bottles from the same batch, the 2020 batch in the September. I have a bottle of the 2019 batch right here behind me, and I haven't finished it yet.
And you might do a little side by side later.
Maybe I might just do that on my own. And just keep it as a keepsake. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. We want to taste this batch first.
Yes, we do.
This is so. Why don't we do that? Now that we've given the story, why don't we just taste it first and see what the whole buzz is about? I am going to use my Stasel Jarrito, and I had broken the seal here off camera.
And I broke my seal, but I have not opened it.
See, I had, there you go.
Jarrito also.
Yes. As you can see, the branding I like.
I
Here's
think
what I
it's a little
like, Dave.
Pueblo.
The what I like, his branding is simple and elegant, and you can tell that there's not a whole lot of uh, money
There's
that
not
we.
much distractions.
Yeah, too many distractions. Exactly, exactly. So that means the juice is going to do the talking. So here we go. I am going to pour some in my Stasso Jarrito, and I have not opened this bottle, so it was hermetically sealed by Hermetics.
By Hermetics.
Yeah,
What was it?
I don't know.
Ismetics. I don't know.
Who knows who the Hermetics are? I will tell you that this juice, even in the bottle, is pristine. It's gorgeous. It's
Yeah.
bright. It's it's just flawless.
Just the lighting there.
Well, you got better lighting than I do. I have like, I'm sorry, I have a halogen light that creates heat over here on this side, and then I've got a fan going because it creates heat on this side. I have another halogen behind me, but I don't want to turn it on into your faces.
Yeah.
Nice legs and tears. Did you see that?
And mine's not really wanting to leg. It's just wanting to stay on that side of the glass.
There it goes. There it goes. It
Yeah.
does take a little. Especially if you have a clean glass, it takes a little bit to finally get it to move and to open up. Well, and I think that's a good thing because this is,
Yeah.
as I said, Lalo Gonzalez is the grandson of Don Julio, who was just an agave grower to begin with. He was never a tequila maker. I think all of you who are following us have already know what the story is of the Don Julio story. So you also don't know. You also know probably he didn't drink. He wasn't a drinker. But oh my
That's
gosh,
nice.
I got a little bit of earth. Just the first pass under our noses. I got a little bit of earth, a little very green,
Yeah, a
very
little bit of mineralization from
yes. Now, if you look at the bottle has all the information really that you need if you're into sleuthing a little bit. It gives coordinates, and off camera, Dave did a little digging, and he punched those into to Google Maps, and it's right on the family plots of agave. Um, but
yeah,
oh gosh,
it's right there, not too far from Tequila Don Julio SA's Day CV.
yeah, that's the this that's basically where Diageo hangs out now.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. First, you get that. You open it up and you get that little minerality and earth, and now you're getting a lot of green
Yeah,
and lime.
the agave, yes.
Yeah,
After I set it down, pick it back up, oh, that was just a big agave. Oof.
yeah. It's
Love
just yeah. You give you shivers, huh? Dave has been jonesing to open his bottle.
I have been. I've had it for I don't know how long now.
Yeah, for weeks. Yeah, and I
At least
just
a month.
passed my move and all that stuff to Southern Cal, and okay. Well, we love the smell. We love the look. Let's taste it. Let's see what we got, shall we? Oh. Oh, wow.
Yeah. The agave, I got a big burst of something there after I took a little swallow.
Like, yeah, citrus, and it just explodes. There's some pepper on the back end.
Yeah, the peppers there, the agave for sure.
Wow, and it's substantial.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a good mouthfeel. Like this is a beefy tequila.
Yeah.
There's some substance in this Blanco, man. What do we know? Okay, what do we know about the process? I know you've got the website up, and I'll read.
The cooking stone steam oven, so it's brick.
Okay, that explains the minerality at the beginning. The
steam for 20 to 32 hours, rested for 18. Extracted, roller press, extracts the juice. They add a little water to balance concentration of sugars. Yeah, typical. Fermentation. They use a proprietary yeast that is used to produce champagne.
Ah, champagne yeast, boys and girls.
Champagne yeast, yes. Uh,
Wow.
they adopted it in their process to keep the richness of the agave with the subtle fruity notes of wine. Fermented takes 3 to 4 days. Distilled twice.
Do we know if it's distilled in copper or distilled in stainless steel? Does it say?
It looks like they are stainless steel, but
With a copper wire?
it's kind of a black and white picture, so
Oh, okay. Okay.
it looks kind of stainless though. And then dilution, filtration, and chilling. They dilute it to the desired ABV and then chill and filter the final product to eliminate any oily or fatty substances left behind from the agave. For the final step, they oxygenate
Ah.
or stabilization.
Stabilization, yeah.
Yeah, that word.
Well, the I got to tell you, even with the oxygenation, which is interesting to me because I know a lot of the tequilas from the valley, from Amatitan, which I love because I love their minerality.
Mm-hmm.
They've adopted that. They were the first ones I think that I'd heard that were using an oxygenation process, and I love that punchiness though because the oxygenation just stabilizes it and makes it smoother apparently or more approachable. All right, but I really do like this tequila because it even with all that stuff done to it.
Yeah, it's got big bold flavor.
Yeah, that's exactly. Now, the obviously we should expect nothing less from the Gonzalez family. Honestly, you should not. Okay, and he knows that. Lalo knows that. Um, I'll read you the back of the bottle if you haven't seen this. Lalo continues a legacy as a third-generation spirit, combining a grandfather's love for the land and a father's passion for premium. Okay, our tequila is a distillation of an entire country, culture, and people. Each bottle captures the complex essence of our agave plants that naturally age for 7 years in the mineral-rich soil of the Jalisco highlands. Inhale, sip, exhale. It's our ritual for drinking, our mantra for living. And these are partners that are signed in the back of the bottle here. It's Lalo Gonzalez and David, and I'm not sure who. I can't read his last name there. Does it actually say anything about who that is?
I was trying to find that out, and I saw it somewhere, and I haven't come across it again. So
it's let's give you the information here. It's imported by Lalo Spirits in Austin, Texas, and the NOM is 1468.
1468, which is Grupo Tequila Rio in Mexico.
Who
also makes?
I was going to ask you who makes who. What else do they make?
Alquima.
Oh, Alquimia.
Yeah. Califino.
Califino's another one that's really brilliant.
Capeno.
Capena's another one.
Capena.
All these are all brands of promise for us. All of these guys.
Yep.
Speaking of which, Dave,
anger management too.
Should we or shouldn't we?
Should we?
Yeah.
Who? What? Yes.
Brand of promise nominee. What? Again? Yeah, I know, huh? We need to get some new ones with the new logo on it. But we have no budget, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? Congratulations to Lalo Gonzalez, here's the interesting thing. I'm not sure if it's his father or maybe an uncle, because I'm not sure about the family tree. But the senior Gonzalez, one of them, who actually we have in Profiles in Agave Spirits, he answered our questions. He was like one of the first 2 volumes. Very nice gentleman, answered all of our questions completely, more candid than and less politically correct than some of the other ones. And what I loved is the question that said, if you haven't seen the books, ladies and gentlemen, get the books, because the information you get, everybody answers the same questions, but they all answer them completely differently. Everyone has a different, there's like 12 to 15 profiles in each volume, and we have we're coming out with volume 10 in January, and then the whole compendium to begin with. We have another 2 or 3 that we're going to publish within the first quarter of 2021. But I will say that when it says in the back of the bottle that they are really sticklers for true juice, when we asked the Senior Gonzalez about does he like the marketing aspect, how tequilas are marketing themselves, he was very vocal about not liking what's out there and the stupid names that people are putting on their tequila.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's where this comes in. I think this is a reflection of what the family actually believes, and you should all y'all should get this. I'm telling you, you will not be. And I would tell you, Dave, could you or would you put this in a cocktail?
No.
I wouldn't either.
I'm not one to put good tequila in my cocktails.
Yeah, yeah, and I think, and Dave has had some really good blancos. You've had some high proof stuff, and
Oh yeah.
you're pretty consistent about that. And I'm a purist. I mean, I get that 80% of the tequila is all being consumed in a cocktail, and not that this won't stand up. It will. It will stand up to a cocktail. This will stand up also to a tequila and soda very easily. But take some time to be with it on its own because it's very beefy.
Make sure you sip it.
Yeah, it's a substantial Blanco. I can only imagine. This is the. Of course, the family profited very well, very nicely from the sale of the Don Julio brand. But I'm willing to bet that they're taking their sweet time in aging this, because if we know anything about the Don Julio brand, their barrel management is where they've really upped their game, because the Reposado and the Añejo Don Julio has always been outstanding, and in the older extra Añejo versions, even now that it doesn't belong to them. So I can only imagine what this is going to be like, how this is going to age in barrels. Because tell me he's got one.
They represent the truest and purest spirit on earth, with no barrels or additives, boldly presenting the taste of the finest agave from the Jalisco highlands. This is why we only make tequila Blanco, handpicking the finest agave and using a traditional cooking process.
Wow. And that finish, by the way, let me mention the finish. That's that warm fuzzy. That's not a short finish, folks and girls and boys and girls. It's not. It's not a finish. It's not a. It's not where it cuts off short to medium. That's a long finish, man.
And I'm getting that agave sweetness just sticking there, and it's like,
Yeah, go get it, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Brand of Promise nominee in the Blanco category. One of a few so far in 2021. But I tell you what, 2021 is looking like it's going to be as tight as 2020.
Yeah. Packaging too?
I think so. I think there's something to be said about elegant lines and not being afraid. He really, I know he's the younger third generation Don Julio Gonzalez family, but this is an old school tequila.
Yeah.
And it's with old school mentality. So if you folks are new to tequila and you want to know what you missed out back in the 70s and the 80s and maybe the early 90s before that first agave crisis, you might want to pick one of these up and really savor it, because every master distiller I've ever met of pedigree, right. And you can name a few, you can like a handful, will always make their Blanco stand up against anybody's.
Right.
And this is that old school mentality with a third generation guy, and we follow them on Instagram. You can follow Lalo Gonzalez on Instagram. I believe it's a public Instagram. But follow the brand too. Very, very worth picking up. Do they have a price point on that?
You can get it right from What is it? ShopLaloSpirits.com. You can get it for $53. You buy 2 bottles, free shipping.
Hey,
So
I'm telling you, worth every penny, and that's actually very reasonable.
it is reasonable. I saw other places in Texas, a lot of San Antonio, where a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
the stores there have it. I didn't see it like in Old Town or Sip Tequila, uh, Cask.
yeah, I know which one you're talking about. There's a
Those
lot
guys.
of these. Dave lives in
None,
a control state, so he's shopping online a
I
lot.
shop online a lot, but none of
Oh,
those guys had it.
wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you first of all to Lalo Gonzalez and the folks at Lalo for letting us get a really excellent taste. Wow. I'm going to have to now do a side by side, but I'm going to do that by myself.
By
Okay.
yourself.
By myself. In
Okay.
the meantime, you have been watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our channels and networks. If you're watching us on YouTube, please don't forget to hit that the notification bell, the red button, subscribe. Subscribe to our website. You can get all of our subscribers get our Tequila Aficionado magazine for free. You get the Kindle version for free, but it's also available in hardcover on Amazon, and you can listen to us on Spotify and iTunes. So wherever you listen to us, whatever you do,
I found
tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely.